Welcome back, more Hunter x Hunter on its way. Of course, we are stumbling along on the Hunter exam itself. I wonder if they'll actually stop trying to pick each other off and actually just go through the steps and try and pass. But the first exam is underway, following the goose-stepping man examinee. Just how far will they go? How many of them will falter? Will anyone be able to actually keep up? And just how long is it going to be before we see one of these kaiju? I mean, we've seen the shapeshifters from the previous the navigators. So getting into some of the other big things in the world. Might be kind of interesting. Also, what are the steps? How many tasks are there in the exam? If we're undertaking the first step into going into the second. And the first one is just follow along with the mustachioed man. And amongst all of the other entrants, who's going to still continue trying to while away some of their rivals, or just focus on passing the exam? I mean, for him to have such an elegant walk, he does look like he just came off the set of Monty Python, though. Oh. All they know is they need to run with no knowledge of how far they're going. How much is their endurance gonna keep them? This is not 40-kilometer course. I mean, he's doing well to get this far in, let's be honest. But are they steadying them? I think you're, well, not exactly cheating, but I mean, it's just about getting to the other side, isn't it? Just because you didn't bring along a skateboard. Not how are you doing it? So if someone had a motorbike or something. Gotta make things fair. And now, come on, you can't lose to them. Keep up. He pushed himself a bit too far. Outside of his expectations. It wasn't 40. It's only as far as he practiced. Ah, well, shit. They are not here to help. Although, to some, this kind of negative reinforcement will push them on forwards to see if... no, he's out. All it cost was really? Seemed kind of tame to me. Is he picking up the pace even more? I think his style of running is actually... the only ones left have an actual design. There's no one... there's almost no one that just looks standard. Come on, you can do it. And if you're struggling this much already... now I've got to root for him. Come on, Leodio. Just an ordinary guy. Is he gonna stop to help his friend? That's some heavy breathing. He's looking a little more ragged than it seemed. Was he siphoning off some energy over to him just by a stare? I see. Your briefcase though. I see. By having gone stare at him, so really? Come on now. Second wind. Nice one. Deal. Oh god, now not only is it a 60k run, now it's upstairs. And he is constantly going to gain ground on them. Maybe just start prancing as well. I take stairs 3 at a time anyway, so... Make it into a game. Getting serious. I like the backing track. No time to talk. Running. As long as he... I mean, where is he getting this energy from? Packing away the tabard. It's good that this badge... It seems to be like a sticky back one, not a pin. I mean, be honest, why don't you? But they would have given up far beyond, like, far before now. Maybe he'll express himself of why he's doing it when there's not... expelling all of his energy and sweat at the minute. Okay. So what were the people extracting your eyes? Oh, yes. Holy hell. Great. And why was he able to be spared and or unnoticed? That's a bit darker than what we'd already known, and what we knew was as long as he can achieve his goal, bringing some to justice and regaining all the eyes. Or maybe he can do someone who's not too fussed about his image to do it for him. I mean, he is just after the money, but the money might be for a purpose. Buy people's lives. Ah. In the stress of the minute, you let something slip there. A curable disease, but you didn't have the money. I see. You could cure him? But it's not something that is too achievable until we can make it. You need money. I mean, the acoustics in this place are probably pretty good, so everyone heard that. He's a teenager? No, you could have fooled me. Oh, it's just an upside down A. I mean, he's probably still got a few years to go through med school, so... I guess the skateboard itself isn't exactly going to help going upstairs. You never underestimate the amount of energy stored within like a 12-year-old. Not even out of breath going up all of these stairs, and after 80 kilometers. Like, that's the reason you're doing it? Are they swerving to the side to let... to not run over someone? I mean, is it that strange, even if you don't... even if he doesn't know his dad? He apparently passed and has been away ever since. I mean, the fact that Gon's entire journey isn't like for himself, or anything. It's just to follow his father. Wasn't even able to turn around properly. Who buys dinner? Is he surprised or... Well, and he'll buy yours. Fair trade, I think. Let's see if he has a healthy appetite as well. This is just a impromptu little break, if anyone needs it. Someone suffering there, with that breathing. I think I might have found the guilty party. What can you see? Out from dusty caves, tunnels and the like, to open forest. Yeah, you would need to go like 80 kilometers away from the city. Cross the wetlands. Oh, and now it's not only endurance. It's creature battling as well. You will die. So close. Does that mean he'll have to go all the way back? Or is there like a collection card to get them if they failed? Now it's not only a case of following him. Following him, don't lose sight. Oh no. With that face, impossible. Do either of you have any licenses to prove it? A man-faced ape. But there's a bit of a difference. That one doesn't have such a fresh suit. There's quite a few of them smiling there. Just how... Well, I don't need to ask the question now. Just how quickly will they work out the... Which one of them is the true examiner? Just give them both a test of mortal consequences. Da-da-dun. Nice. I see, it didn't quite work out for him. So they must know how to protect themselves. Are skilled enough. Yeah, but try not to attack any more examiners. And he will have to repeat the exam again. Oh. Well, if you want a more brutal vision as to the rules of nature. Surely no one was foolish enough to believe what he was saying, though. Surely not. You'll end like that. I think with such a clear representation of their future if they don't succeed now shown to them. Yeah, run. I wonder if the long journey running across the grass would be better on your feet and your legs than the hard tunnel. And now is the altruistic side of Gon that we saw when he stayed back for a bit to get the audio and his briefcase. Is that going to show itself again? But now the fun side of seeing a few of the named applicants fail the run and give up, and getting a little more exposition as to backstory for why some of them are taking this exam. I think if the audio can't keep up with being a teenager, and yet everyone else is still running circles around him, he really needs to work on his cardio, doesn't he? I can tell that within about 14 steps. Yeah, nah, I'm not continuing any more of that. There's no way I'm running. If someone wants to carry me to the finish line, maybe, but... And since we've seen the beginning of the deception right there, if that's the first encounter, sure, some people are going to be immediately just taken aback by it and maybe fall for it, but it also wasn't particularly hard to see through. So hopefully no one really, is drawn in again. But I doubt that. There's going to be some that's a little more gullible than others. But I don't think that violence is always the best or even first option you should try. But from what we've seen so far, the Hunter's exam doesn't really care all too much about its applicants, because, if they aren't qualified to get this far, They're gonna die out there in the big wide world. The life of a hunter is probably a short one if you can't keep up with all of this. Although, some people are better at things than others. Like, we could have scouting. The guy who is coming up with all of the reconnaissance and putting it down to his little data sheets. That's incredibly useful and powerful. And I wonder just how many of the faces that we've met along the way are actually going to make it further on down the exam into the next set of trials and the like. But if we've had an endurance, now possibly a cunning / maybe combat one, what are we actually going to be set with in the second part of the exam, should any of our characters here actually make it? But the idea of his entire clan being wiped out because eyes are valuable. God. Well, yeah, in a place like this with characters that we've seen already, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a black market for body parts that actually fetches a hefty price, so villages will be scoured for them. But then you've got the other side of Leorio's one, which was he wants to become a doctor for a good cause, to make sure that kids don't suffer through things and aren't priced out of getting treatment. That kind of thing is almost surprisingly too upstanding for him. But I like how he is hiding behind, yeah, I just want the money. Because it's not a sense of he wants the congratulations for doing it. And I guess after all of this, the ones that didn't actually get through, and maybe some that did and wish they hadn't, if they make it to the next year, I hope they don't change the course all too much, because if they've then spent the entire time doing cardio exercise and running marathons just to make sure they can keep up this time, it's like, actually no, we scrapped that part. Although exercise is never really a bad thing, I guess. But Hunter is fun. Getting to meet Kirua. Having a healthy friendship with Gon there. Rather a friendly rivalry, maybe. Interesting to see where this goes. And hopefully you'll be there with me. If you enjoyed this, let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below. Maybe even subscribe to the channel. But most importantly, get yourselves a bit of rest, so that I can see you there. There's lots of people out there willing to trick you. However, as long as you stay in the cozy confines of just watching anime, I'm sure everything will be fine. Just make sure to look out for any man-faced apes that are trying to take my place. Or maybe they will do a better job. But in the meantime, I need to thank Noku, Raywin, Sal, Arthur, Kite, Shiwan, Mats, Gurley, Cardboard, Croyville, Levi GR, Scott Raymond, Megu42, Dark Shadow 7899, Jim, Ace, Adam Horvath, Moaha, Finez, Kid, Yolo, Dragon 123 and everyone else. Because they are the stares of derision that forces me forward.